Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is like a combination video of a walkthrough of this deck, some pairings, and a tarot spread. So it might be a long video. But the premise behind this video, or what inspired this whole video, was Christy over at Greeneyed Tarot, and I'm going to link that video in the description box below. She talked about this deck and how she is wanting to journey into some ancestral work. And she did this beautiful reading from the Ancestral Tarot book that I am going to do at the end of this video. And I loved everything about her video, especially when she was doing this reading and talking about what she felt the cards meant to her. And it was fantastic. So the link will be below. Make sure you check that out. So the Beloved Dead Oracle for Divining Ancestral Wisdom by Carrie Paris and Tina Hart. Now I know there's been some walkthroughs already, so when I go to show the cards, I'm going to do it rather quickly because I don't want to just do nothing but a walkthrough. So I'm going to explain a little bit of what this deck is supposed to be. The Beloved Dead was designed as a standalone deck to be used for divination, but we also encourage you to combine it and layer it with the Relative Tarot, which I have, and I will show those side by side. The Beloved Dead allows you to journey far and journal deeply. In isolated moments of confusion or in times of conflict or uncertainty, it can be used for quick pulls, daily guidance, and reliable answers for practical questions. And yet, our Beloved Dead aspires to more. We'll introduce you to therapeutic and insightful spreads with great transformative potential. These spreads can be found starting on, and it says page like 115. So let's talk about what's in the box. So you get 1 Spirit Throne card, 10 Active Love cards, 69 Beloved Dead cards, and 1 Ouija card. When the Ouija card appears in a reading, take it as a sign that Spirit is lingering just outside of the cards in your reading, but perhaps another question needs to be asked. So let's break this down. So the throne is basically a placeholder, the seat of honor, the sacred space, like where you would invite spirit to come to. You could probably use it like as an ancestor, a place card on an ancestor altar. Set it here and maybe pull a card to see who wants to sit in the throne, to talk to you. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so we're going to see. Then you get 10 Active Love cards, and these are your Special Forces team. They are the oracles of active love. These cards represent energetic transactions and choices that once made become your alchemy, turning baser instincts into gold. They represent an individual, an energetic imprint, or an ancestor. They have potential to release pain, shift unconscious drivers that throw you out of alignment. If you receive one in a reading, you are being asked to augment and finish your work by committing to a higher vibrational act of love. So these are the acts of love. As is, be you, do nothing, forgiveness and faith, here and now, objectivity, observation, self-care, self-preservation, and yes or no. The Beloved Dead cards are our esteemed family of radiant souls. They will have a lot to say about your day-to-day interactions, personal dynamics, and experience of life. Each card will feature a character in a scene. The card is representative of the message from that scene. Ask a question, connect with the card's energy, and receive its celestial perspective. These are the voices of your protective and guiding ancestors, spirit helpers, who understand that every minute you spend on this side of the veil, There's work to be done. They've come together to reconcile the fellowship of the past. Then it goes on in the book to tell you how to begin with these cards, to how to attune to the cards. Then there's a whole thing about the Spirit Throne, the whole thing about the Act of Love cards, and then you get into the Beloved Dead cards. And then we have the Ouija card, and then there's all these different spreads in the back. So very quickly, I'm just going to start putting these down on top of each other. I'm not going to read each one. We'll be here forever. I think these cards, just looking at them, would not only be good for connecting to some ancestor energy, healing ancestor trauma if you have any recently, but I think these would work beautifully. Now this is just going off of the keywords that I'm seeing on the bottom, but they would work beautifully for spirit communication. I think it would be really good if you are into that kind of thing, if you do mediumship work. Now, I'm just strictly going from a surface standpoint here. I have not worked with these in that way, but just by looking at the images and the keywords, it would be great to do or use for mediumship readings to communicate if that's your thing. Let's shuffle these. They have gilding. It's not hurting my hand in any way. So, now this is the Relative Tarot by Carrie Paris. Okay, now I have used the Relative Tarot very briefly. I never worked with it for a full month, like I said, that I usually do with the decks that I like to get to know. So it is definitely one that I want to get to know better. But it pairs beautifully, of course. I mean, it's the same creator with this images on this deck. I think this would be fantastic to use for that ancestral communication. Someone said, I can't remember if I saw it mentioned on a video, if I saw it said on social media, but that if it was the same, if this Beloved Dead Oracle was going to be the same as the tarot. Absolutely not. They are two different entities. This is an oracle, this is a tarot system. So it's not repetitive. You wouldn't have the same thing by having both decks. I mean, the images are in the same aesthetic, same genre type of antique looking, vintage. So if that's not your vibe, then this might not jive with you, but this is like right up my alley. So yes, this would work beautifully with the Relative. So let's pair a couple other decks that I have out with it. So another deck that I have used for ancestor work is the Anna Kay. Now this is like two completely different aesthetics going on here, where this is obviously drawn and these are, you know, more photographic, but I can see this working together for me. It may not be the prettiest of pairings, but I definitely can see this working together. Oh, look. So we have the Lovers, the Explorer, and the Five of Cups. So maybe the message from this ancestor is he had a hard time, or they had a hard time committing to any type of relationship for a longer period of time because they were constantly dissatisfied in it. And maybe that is something that could be explored. I mean, if you want to look at it, reading it like that. Oh, we got the two kings in entertainment. Oh, two kings in the personality in the beginning, or in the middle. I mean, that is like, that's a perfect combo there. Okay, so let's see. I have a couple other decks out here, so let's check those out. The other deck that I have out is the Dreamkeepers. This is another one I've used in ancestor readings and for spirit communication. This goes beautifully together. I really like how this works. Five of Wands, Tribe, and Ace of Swords. So maybe there was some conflict somewhere in the past, or maybe there's bringing up a conflict that you're having now currently within those that are close to you. Maybe it's because of your communication style. Maybe they're telling you that there needs to be a new communication style, and your ancestors are bringing this to light before things get any worse with that situation. Four of Pentacles, play and judgment. Perfect. Queen of Pentacles, peace in the world. Yes, I really, really, really like the pairing of this with the Dreamkeepers Tarot. That and the Relative Tarot are my favorites so far. I'm going to do one more tarot. So I got out the Rosebud Tarot because of the black and white that it has in the images. So let's see what we have here. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not seeing Three of Fire, so that would be Three of Wands, Two of Earth, a juggling act, and location. I can kind of see that. Four of Wands, Four of Fire, Curiosity of Air. Curiosity. I haven't worked with this deck yet, so I think this is the Page of Air and Teacher. Oh, Snake. I could see this. This is the Knight of Air, Five of Wands, and Snake. I can see that message coming from that. Yeah, this one isn't bad. I'm not going to rule it out because I like it. I really do. I like the little bit of the contrast between the dark border in the middle, the white border on the outside. I think I need to get to work with and know this Rosebud Tarot better before I would do ancestral work with it. But once I do, I would definitely pair it up with this oracle because I think they work well together, at least aesthetically. So yes, I could definitely see this. So the next pairing I'm going to show you is the Memento Mori. This is the one that has the Lenormand and Oracle deck together. I don't even know if she's still, this is by Claire, it's an independent by Claire Goodchild. I don't even know if she's still taking orders for this or not. I wrote on mine. I got tired. I didn't want to keep looking in the guidebook, so I just wrote some keywords at the bottom, and it's my deck. I don't care. That's just, we have cross, roots, heavy, higher power, hardships, and we have the wheel, relocate, long distance, overcome. So that kind of works together. I don't know if I would necessarily, I mean, I read oracles together all the time. I don't have to have a tarot and an oracle. I probably would not do any type of full reading with the Memento Mori and this. I might use like the Memento Mori as like an add-in to the end of the reading kind of thing, because I do feel that it pairs well with this deck. So I am excited about working with this deck. In case I didn't say already, I mean, I already mentioned that I think this would be great for spirit communication, but I also feel like this deck would be really good if you wanted to work through a relationship. I think this would be good to really dive into maybe the dynamics of a relationship with another person. And again, I haven't done a reading with it. I am just going off of the surface here and the keywords that are on the bottom. I have not read the guidebook in regards to what any of the meanings are. I'm going with my own gut feelings and the meanings of what I would get from these keywords. But I think this would work well if you wanted to explore a he said, she said kind of dynamic in a relationship. If you were having maybe some issues with a coworker, family member, partner, whatever, and you wanted to pull some cards of, you know, what is the main issue in our relationship right now? Maybe I'm just like riffing real quick. What would the main issue in our relationship be right now? So compass, without going to the guidebook and just going off of this word. So maybe the problem in the relationship is there's two different directions that you are wanting to go in, that your partner wants to go one way, you're wanting to go another way. What is maybe the main communication style? I don't know. Let's just see. What's the main communication style with this person? Leadership. So maybe the problem is somebody always wants to be in control. They want to take the lead and the other person doesn't want to follow. So that's what I'm saying. Just with the wording on this oracle, I can see this being very good not only for ancestral but also spirit communication and a relationship dynamic. Maybe I'll do another video on that, on just the relationship reading with this. But just from that, I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this oracle. So the journey spread is out of the Ancestral Tarot book by Nancy Hendrickson. And this is a spread that Christy did on her channel in that video that I have linked below. It was just such a lovely, lovely reading. And I thought I would go ahead and do it today. But I'm going to do a combination of tarot and the Beloved Dead Oracle. I just want to see what or how it enhances the reading. I'm just very curious. So the premise of this is the spread if you're going to work through her workbook. This is a spread that you're to do before you start your ancestral journey. So that's the premise of it. If you know me, I like to read with jumpers, so I apologize if it takes a while for a jumper to come out. So now I'm going to pull a Beloved Dead card also, and I want to see how this plays out. But I will skip to once all the cards are out, so this video is not forever. Okay, we're going to start over here with card or position number 1. And this is me today, embarking on this Ancestral Tarot journey of diving into the depths of what my ancestors have to reveal to me or guide me through. So I'm full of hope. I am full of hope and desire to, move forward on this journey and to find out. But the beloved dead card that came out is conflict. So, and I get it because there is some ancestral trauma that I carry with recently deceased ancestors, not those from long ago, because obviously I didn't know them. So I'm a little bit conflicted as far as exploring that. But I have hope that it's going to bring me to a better place of understanding, or a better place of processing, maybe a better place of coping. So that's what I would say for card 1. And I like how those two played together. So card 2, the bridge I'll be crossing to meet my ancestors. So we have the Empress, and the beloved dead card is survive. And the bridge that I'll be crossing is one that is going to be, I think, layered with nurturing and compassion. Because with the survive card here, and again, I'm just going surface level, I haven't dove into the guidebook for this deck at all. But with the survive card, just instinctively what I pick up with that is they know and understand the kind of possible pain that I have already gone through in my life or experienced within this lifetime. So the bridge that I'll be crossing to meet them is layered with nurturing and compassion, and possibly some self-love that will teach me how to grow within myself, to teach me how to love myself and not just constantly be in that survival mode. Oh, that's another pairing that I am loving. So card 3 is, what do the ancestors think of me? And the 10 of Swords, I'm going to say that I'm a survivor. The ancestors think of me as a survivor, because no matter what I've been through, everything I have dealt with, all the blows that have come my way and that I have endured, I have gotten up and walked away from it. I have rose again. Nothing held me down permanently. They know that I stand in my power. They know the power that I have within me, that inner strength, that inner being that can get up from whatever turmoil has brought me to my knees, and I can walk away from it. I get tingles from these from this beloved dead deck. I am so excited about working with it. I'm sorry, I'll quit gushing. Okay, card 4. This is, what do I think of the ancestors? So we have 3 of Cups and service. So what I kind of get from this is, I think of them as my connection. I mean, I know that the three of Cups is our connection with those that we get along with the most. But there's a deeper level of connection here between me and this ancestral realm, between me and the spirit realm in general. And I feel that they can be of service to me, that they can help me navigate feelings, that they can help me navigate the pain and the strife, that they can help me see things through a different lens that maybe will help me understand, the lesson a little bit better. That's how I would take these 2 cards. So our 5th position is, what is the goal of my journey? And we have important, and we have the King of Pentacles. The very first thing I get with the King of Pentacles is, the goal of this journey is to have a better grounding and understanding of the dynamic between me and them and the lesson involved. Maybe it's also important for me to understand the position that the traditions played in my life. I'm going to say how the patriarchy played such a role in my life, which that's kind of on the deep side, that has a lot of undertones to it that I won't go into for this reading. But I think now that I've spoken about that, I really think that's what it is. It's going to be more focused on with the males and how it has affected me in my life and what I've had to go through and endure. And that is a very important thing that will be touched upon, I feel, within this journey. So card 6 is the unexpected. So we have the Two of Swords and change. Something that's unexpected in this ancestral journey is maybe I won't have all the definitive answers that I think that I need, but it's still going to enact some sort of change within me. It's going to help me to see things differently, because it's going to strike something within me that is going to bring a change of maybe how I feel about certain people and certain situations that I was put in. Or maybe this is such a long line of either karma or a turmoil somewhere in this ancestral line that has just been passed down through generations that is going to really, bring this change about within me. And finally, how will the Ancestral Tarot affect my life? So we have another 2, and we have personality. Maybe it's going to change me for the better. I mean, this guy's just cracking up. He thinks it's all, hysterical. I think it's going to give me a lot of things to think about. It's going to maybe shift the direction that I go in. Maybe it's going to shift the direction as far as how I see my future and what I am passing on maybe to my son. Maybe it's going to lighten some things for me that have been extremely heavy for years and years and years. So that's a possibility that it could be bringing to me. I love how these work together. Like I said, I see this Beloved Dead Oracle being an absolute staple, especially if I am going to do any sort of reading as far as regards to relationships, whether that's with deceased or the ancestors, or current relationships, spirit communication relationship, whatever. I think this Beloved Dead Oracle has a lot to offer for more than just that ancestral exploration. So hopefully this video isn't too long. Thanks to Greeneyed Tarot for sparking this inspiration in exploring this Beloved Dead Oracle and doing this spread. I love it. I love it. If you have worked through the Ancestral Tarot book already, how about leaving me a comment below and letting me know what you thought of your journey, if you feel at ease in sharing that. If you have picked up this beloved, I think it's Beloved Dead Oracle, are you using it? Have you used it? Do you plan on using it? Are you debating about even purchasing it? I'd love to know what you think of it. It's, like I said, the aesthetic of it is right up my alley. For those that don't know, I had made this 3 years ago, my own ancestral deck that I use to communicate with ancestors, also for spirit communication with my paper crafting things. But these cards are so thick. What I'd like to do is find a way to make them into an actual deck that I can use for myself. Maybe I will play around with this and these too and see how those pair together. If you would like to see me do like a relationship comparison reading with this beloved oracle and how to go about using it for that, let me know in the comments and I will think about putting that video together for you. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel. And if you want to see more from me, you know, smash that bell. Is that what they call it? Oh my gosh, I said that once in the very beginning of a video way back when, and my son overheard it. And he was like, "Mom, don't, don't say that." So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in. But anyway, if you do want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. And until I see you next time, bye.